Taylor Michael Rotunda, aka Bo Dallas, aka Uncle Howdy, has had one of the most unique careers in WWE. Starting as the top heel of a new developmental show on the WWE Network, to main eventing Monday Night Raw after having one of the most viral character debuts in the history of WWE. Let's take a look at Bo's entire WWE run. I'm Ace from Shockwave Sports, and this is the history of Bo Dallas. Starting way back in FCW in 2008. Now, for those of you who don't know, FCW was Florida Championship Wrestling, a developmental promotion where talent would get to practice the quote-unquote WWE style. Pretty much NXT before NXT and OVW after OVW. This era, though, I think had some great wrestlers on the roster. Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, the Usos, and of course, Bo Dallas, who was going by Bo Rotunda at the time and was in a tag team with his brother Duke Rotunda, aka Bray Wyatt. The brothers would win the FCW tag titles twice, and Bo himself would win the FCW world title 3 times. In 2012, FCW would transition to NXT. The success Bo had would continue under the Black and Gold brand. He won the NXT Championship and started his Bo Leave character, which to this day I still think is underrated. The character pretty much became the biggest heel in NXT at the time, and he would headline NXT's first premium live event on the WWE Network, having a ladder match against Adrian Neville, aka AEW's Pac, at NXT Arrival. Bo would drop the NXT title to Neville, and it seemed a main roster call-up was inevitable. He showed up on Raw and had a bit of an undefeated streak for a while, until it was conquered by WWE legend R-Truth on an episode of Raw. Bo unfortunately sustained a foot injury around this time, and that kept him out of action until WrestleMania 31's pre-show, when he competed in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. At this time, Bo was struggling to find any momentum on Raw or SmackDown, and a lot of former NXT superstars at the time were having the same issues. So in 2016, the Social Outcasts were formed. Bo, of course, was in the faction along with Adam Rose, Curtis Axel, and Heath Slater. Bo was able to make the main show of WrestleMania 32, but it was once again in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. The Social Outcasts did get to be in a movie, though. All had appearances in the 5th installment of the Marine franchise, The Marine 5 Battleground, starring The Miz. July 19, 2016 was the WWE Draft. A new brand split was put into place, and Bo Dallas was drafted to Monday Night Raw in the 10th round, and he was the 50th overall pick. Creative seemed to take this opportunity to almost soft reboot Bo's character from his original Bo Leave character that he had in NXT. He started doing squash matches and cutting promos, speaking in rhymes, almost like it was poetry night on Raw. He had a big sign that said Bo Leave, and it was an interesting gimmick to say the least. Bo would start a tag team with Curtis Axel at the time, until ultimately betraying him, but that isn't the end of Axel in this story. Bo Dallas once again competed in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at the WrestleMania 33 pre-show. Noticing a pattern with that. Being on set for the Miz's Marine movie, though, must have sparked an idea between them, because in the summer of 2017, the Miz recruited both Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, and together became the Miztourage. For almost a year, they acted as the Miz's goons, helping him win matches until the Miz was moved to SmackDown, and Bo and Curtis turned on the Miz and became the B-Team. Finally, in the B-Team, Bo Dallas was able to get a championship on the main roster during this era. Him and Curtis Axel won the Raw Tag Team titles at the 2018 Extreme Rules PLE, defeating Matt Hardy and Bo's brother Bray Wyatt. They had a 50-day reign until losing it to Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre on an episode of Raw. Bo Dallas was once again in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania 35 in 2019. Bo Dallas, along with his partner Curtis Axel, were moved to SmackDown, forming an alliance with a now heel Shane McMahon. That angle didn't really go anywhere, and Bo Dallas was not seen on TV as much. He won the 24/7 title against Drake Maverick, only for Maverick to win it back minutes later. November 15th, 2019 was Bo Dallas's last appearance on WWE TV when he was attacked by Braun Strowman, and took time off to heal a neck injury. He was released officially by WWE on April 30th, 2020. Well, we thought that was the last time we would see Bo Dallas in WWE. Around that time in 2020, his brother Bray Wyatt was also released from WWE. 2 years go by, and at Extreme Rules 2022, Bray made his long-awaited return to WWE after weeks of QR codes hinting at his return. Started a new storyline where this Uncle Howdy character would start showing up, sending messages to Bray and even making appearances with Bray in the ring. Eventually, fans would speculate and notice that the Uncle Howdy character is Bo Dallas himself. Bray Wyatt had a match against LA Knight at the Royal Rumble and was going to feud with Bobby Lashley until he unexpectedly took time off due to an illness. Bray Wyatt would pass away in August of 2023. Bo Dallas would not be seen on WWE programming again until a documentary called Bray Wyatt Becoming Immortal was released on Peacock. A couple days later, Bo Dallas would make an appearance at the WWE Hall of Fame to induct his father and uncle, Mike Rotunda and Barry Windham, the US Express. Things were pretty quiet until the Raw after WrestleMania, when we started getting different messages on screen, and soon QR codes would appear, just like how Bray Wyatt hinted at his return in 2022. Soon the faction, the Wyatt Six, was revealed. The members would be Joe Gacy, Nikki Cross, Dexter Lumis, Eric Rowan, and Uncle Howdy. The faction made their in-ring debut against Chad Gable and the Creed brothers, and then Uncle Howdy himself, for the first time, got to wrestle as the character against Chad Gable on an episode of Raw. That was the first time since 2019 Bo Dallas was able to wrestle in a WWE ring. Looking back on Bo's career, there are a lot of things to admire. Creatively, Bo had to overcome so much. Whether it's getting noticed on NXT or constantly getting buried by the main roster creative, only for him to come back stronger and finding ways to get over with WWE fans. Even with the passing of his brother, Bo Dallas is finding ways to carry on his legacy and continue his story he wanted to tell. On paper, he may have not had the most famous WWE run, but his connection he was able to create with an audience was always there. Much like his brother, Bo Dallas is one of the most creative minds in the history of pro wrestling. Now with a more creative-friendly regime in WWE, I am so excited to see what the future holds for Uncle Howdy. Thank you for watching this video here on Shockwave Sports. Make sure to check out our WWE 2K24 series on the channel. It is the #1 destination for your Create a Wrestler. Thank you guys once again for watching. Remember to subscribe, and see you all in the next video.